Can you read this letter? It's very important. Those were the first words on a small crumpled note found on the desk of one of the world's most powerful CEOs, a man known for his cold heart and ruthless business mind. But when he read that letter, something inside him broke, something he thought he lost forever. Before we dive into this story that will touch your heart and remind you what truly matters in life, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Hopeful Stories, where every story gives you a reason to believe in kindness again. Now, let's begin. Ethan Walker was a name the world respected and feared. The CEO of Walker Industries, he built his empire from nothing, working tirelessly, sleeping in his office, and sacrificing everything, including love and family, for success. His face was often on magazine covers, labeled the Iron King. But no one knew that beneath that polished suit was a man who hadn't smiled genuinely in years. On a cold November morning, Ethan entered his office and noticed a small, pink envelope resting neatly on his desk. It was odd. His secretary was meticulous, and personal items never appeared there. The envelope had no address, just one sentence written in shaky handwriting. "Can you read this letter?" "It's very important." Ethan frowned. He almost threw it away, but something about those words stopped him. Slowly, he opened it. Inside was a short message written with crayon. "Dear Mr. Walker, my name is Lily. I'm 9 years old. My mommy says you're very busy, but I hope you can read this because I need your help. I'm in the hospital, and my dream is to see my daddy smile again. He used to work at your company before he got sick. Please don't be mad. I just want to see him happy one last time. Love, Lily." Ethan's hands trembled. Lily. The name sounded familiar. He turned to his assistant, Claire. "Find out who this child is, immediately." Within an hour, the truth shattered him. Lily's father, Daniel Brooks, was once one of Ethan's best engineers. 2 years ago, during a massive layoff, Daniel had been let go despite his loyalty. Ethan barely remembered signing that dismissal letter. Daniel's health had declined since then, his wife had passed away, and now his little girl was in a children's hospital fighting leukemia. Ethan sat frozen, staring at the letter. The walls around him, his empire, his achievements, suddenly felt meaningless. That night, for the first time in years, he didn't stay in his office. He got into his car and drove straight to the hospital. When he arrived, the nurse looked surprised to see the billionaire himself walking through the children's ward, holding a small teddy bear he had bought on the way. Lily was sitting by the window, pale and fragile, drawing on a sketch pad. Her eyes lit up when she saw him. "Are you Mr. Walker?" she asked, smiling faintly. "Yes," he said softly. "I read your letter," she giggled. "I didn't think you would." "Grown-ups are always too busy." Ethan knelt beside her bed, his throat tightening. "I'm sorry, Lily, for everything." She tilted her head, confused. "Why are you sorry? You didn't make me sick." "No," he whispered. "But I hurt your father. I took away something he loved." Lily's small hand touched his. "You can still fix it, Mr. Walker. That's what my mommy used to say. It's never too late to fix a broken heart." For the first time in decades, Ethan Walker cried. Ethan visited Lily and her father every day after that. Daniel was too weak to work, but he welcomed Ethan warmly, never mentioning the past. The hospital staff whispered, stunned to see the famous CEO spending hours reading stories, helping Lily paint, or just sitting by her bedside. Days turned into weeks. Ethan arranged for Daniel's medical bills to be paid in full and offered to reopen his department in the company with Daniel as an advisor. But Lily's condition was worsening. Her laughter grew softer, her drawings fewer. One evening, Ethan brought her a small box wrapped in gold paper. Inside was a bracelet with her name engraved on it. "For when you get better," he said, forcing a smile. Lily looked at him quietly. "Mr. Walker, can I tell you my final wish?" His heart sank. "Don't say that, Lily. You're going to—" "Please," she whispered. "Just listen." He nodded. "I want my daddy to see the sunrise from our old house again. We had to sell it, but that's where Mommy and I used to watch the sun every morning. That was when Daddy smiled the most." Ethan didn't hesitate. That night he made the impossible happen. He repurchased the Brooks' old house and, with the help of his team, arranged for Daniel and Lily to be brought there. At dawn, they sat together on the porch, Lily wrapped in a soft blanket, her tiny hand in her father's. Ethan stood behind them silently as the first rays of light painted the sky gold. Daniel began to cry, holding his daughter close. "Thank you," Lily whispered, her eyes half closed. "Now Daddy's smiling again." That was her final breath. Days later, at her funeral, Ethan placed the pink letter on her coffin. The empire he had built no longer mattered. He resigned from his position, turning Walker Industries into a foundation dedicated to helping families in need. The first project they launched was named Lily's Light. Years later, people would remember Ethan not as the Iron King, but as the man who read the letter. And that, dear listeners, is the story of how one little girl's final wish shattered a CEO's heart and rebuilt it again with love. If this story touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe to Hopeful Stories for more emotional tales that remind us. Sometimes, the smallest voices can spark the biggest changes.